Hello, this is Tim Rodas, and what I want to talk about today is two parts. First part will be challenge. This is our challenge week. The idea being that you will undertake a challenge that's pretty interesting, and you will be able to test some theories of learning and be able to build a impressive structure out of it. The second part then is about Bloom's taxonomy, and we'll learn how Bloom relates to this topic of the Challenge Week, as well as how to extend it to your career goals. So in the challenge this week, what I'd like to do is introduce you to a spaghetti tower challenge, or sometimes called a marshmallow challenge. And the idea here is that you're going to build a structure. And in the challenge instructions, what you'll need to put together is 20 pieces of spaghetti, 1 yard of masking or painter's tape, 1 yard of string, 1 marshmallow, regular size, not the mini marshmallow, and a pair of scissors. No other materials, no other supplies are allowed. You can work on this project, this challenge, with a team of 1, 2, or 3 people from our HCS 5601 class. You could have friends outside the class, but in terms of the challenge here, you're writing it up as a 1 person or a 2 people or a 3 people challenge. If you bring in other people, that's fine. You just need to be responsible for submitting your own work in each case. The reason there's a maximum of 3 is because we have a essay question, and there's only 3 parts, and so we can't go beyond that. The time limit is 18 minutes. From start to scratch, everything you do occurs in 18 minutes. The idea is to, using the spaghetti and tape and string and a marshmallow, build a tower of a max of a height as tall as you can get. And by being as tall as you can get at the end of 18 minutes with the marshmallow on the top of the tower or the marshmallow somewhere, measure the height. So stop the timer at 18 minutes, pause. The structure needs to be stable and hold the tower together with the marshmallow on or near the top. And after a minute, measure the height of the marshmallow. Suggest using this on a table, of course, so that people can sit around the table and work on the challenge. Be fair with yourself. You can do research on the web and learn all kinds of interesting things, but it's probably better if you don't. That way it won't bias your results. And from that experience, 18 minutes, we're going to answer a series of questions. So good luck and happy Marshmallow Challenge. Okay, so that's the challenge using those items. Now, what we're going to do next is look at how to write it up. So you're going to look at your materials. I've already specified the materials. Assemble your team. And then you're going to need to download a Word document and then use it to fill in the documentation. And so give your team a name and then name each person who is on the team in terms of they're a member of HCS 5601 or they're a family or a friend. They don't need to be named. You don't have to name them if you choose not to, but I do need to know who's in 5601, maximum 3 people in 5601. Now, the height of the marshmallow, so you'll measure that with a tape measure or yardstick and record to the nearest inch, inch and a half, half inch, whatever is your preference there, and that will be the height that you achieve. Now, after you finish documenting your team's performance, then what I want you to do is to pick one of 3 statements about Bloom's taxonomy and explain how the challenge relates to that statement with a minimum of 50 words. Be sure to include which statement you have chosen in your response. Bloom's taxonomy is a way of thinking about education and learning with these 3 guiding principles. Before you can understand a concept or a fact, you must remember it. Number 2, to apply a concept, you must understand it first. And 3, to evaluate a process, you must have analyzed it. So you can choose any one of those 3 phrases and write up your minimum 50-word essay on interpreting that statement as it applies to your challenge, your Marshmallow challenge. If it's a team project, each person must take a different phrase, and so maximum of 3 for a team. So the instructions: download the Marshmallow Challenge document file. It's a Word file. Use the worksheet to complete all the parts of it, and then to upload submit the assignment, upload it to the website, the Carmen website. And then the grading rubric will be a total of 10 points on this. Easy assignment, meets all the requirements, meets some of the requirements for team information, tower information, and then your reflection on Bloom. I'm going to pause right there, and that's the challenge, and then I'll come back and talk about Bloom.